Happy New Year, everyone. My name is Tyler, and welcome back to the St. Saviour's virtual youth group. It is 2022, and I am very excited to be back for the second half of our second year of the virtual youth group series here at St. Saviour's Church. I have loved all of the conversations and discussions I've had this last year and a half with some incredible individuals. Now, we've covered everything from mental health, depression, healthy eating, Lent and the Christmas season, leadership, and so much more. Now, make sure to check out our YouTube channel if you have missed any of our previous videos, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our new ones. Today, we're going to be talking about New Year's and setting new goals and habits for ourselves. This can sometimes be a bit of a cliche, but I think that a new calendar year gives us the chance to take a good hard look at ourselves and our lives and decide if we want to make any changes or adjustments to move closer to being our best selves. One thing I always try and evaluate when a new year is approaching is my goals. Yes, we can set goals at any time in the year, but there is something motivating about January 1st and the new year when it comes to setting out brand new goals for ourselves. I like to come up with a few different levels of goals. Some that I hope to achieve within the first month, maybe some to complete by the summertime, or even some full year goals that I want to accomplish by the end of 2022. Now, I believe that it is all about setting yourself up for success when you are creating new goals for your life. You need to take into consideration a few different factors. First, how much time am I willing to dedicate to accomplishing this goal? If we take on a goal that is far too time consuming, we will quickly and easily forget about them, or we will push them to the side. If you are setting out a realistic timeline that works within your current schedule, you are far more likely to make the time to accomplish your goal. Secondly, what are the steps that I will need to take to see this through? It's one thing to create a new goal and to see the finish line and know that that is where you want to finish in 6 months' time. However, it can be far more helpful if you take it into smaller steps. Figure out what the path is to get to the end goal. What will I need to accomplish in the meantime, and what are the specific steps and mini goals that I will need to finish before I actually make it to the end result? Now, if you don't map this out early on, you may find yourself getting frustrated or discouraged along the way because there are obstacles that you didn't plan for, and the road to your end goal will continue to get farther and farther out of reach. And third, who do I need to come alongside me in order to help me complete this goal or these tasks? It is so important to keep yourself accountable, but also to reach out to other people that can help keep you accountable as well. Finding people in your life that will help you achieve your goals or contribute to you completing them is very, very important. We are all far better off in a team or with support than we are alone, especially when it comes to conquering big goals. The other side to all of this, and it may be an unpopular opinion, but you also don't have to use the new year to start fresh. You don't need to make any big plans or resolutions to change your life. There's nothing wrong with the phrase, new year, same me. Maybe your goals are to continue on the path that you already were on, or maybe you set goals for yourself this past fall that you haven't seen through, and you want to keep pushing and working towards those specific goals before jumping onto something new. Now, don't feel pressured to have this big reset, even if it feels like everyone else is doing the same thing. We all work at different paces and different speeds, and we're all at very different places in our lives. Try not to compare your goals and milestones to someone else's, because that can actually hurt you even more and distract you from your own goals and plans. Now, just for some food for thought, check out this video about why New Year's resolutions don't always work out the way that we want them to.
Legend has it the month of January was named for the Roman god Janus. He had two faces, one looking to the future and the other looking to the past. And so we see the end of the year as a time of reflection, the beginning of the next an opportunity to turn over a new leaf. But most of us are doing it wrong. The New Year's resolution has long been seen as a chance to set goals and change our behaviour. Last year, 45% of Americans said they usually make a resolution, and they're mostly about losing weight, doing regular exercise, or saving money. But only 8% of those people actually achieved their resolution. I've never been part of that 8%. Nope. American psychologist Amy Cuddy writes that New Year's resolutions are riddled with psychological traps that work against us. Here's why. First of all, most resolutions are too ambitious. Say you resolve to go to the gym 3 times a week. It sounds okay. I mean, I could easily sit and watch Netflix 3 times a week, so why not make that gym time? But it's totally different and more of a commitment than you may realize, especially if it's a new behavior. We often fall victim to the planning fallacy, where we underestimate the time it takes to complete a task. Sooner or later, but probably sooner, you'll miss a gym visit and then you've failed. Repeated failure makes us lose confidence, and it becomes more likely that we'll stop. Typical New Year's resolutions are too results-orientated. They focus on a lofty ambition, like quit smoking, without considering the process, the steps we need to take to get there. They're also too long-term, which makes goals difficult to imagine and relate to. Sometimes it's hard to imagine what life will be like in 1 year's time. We'll have finished a whole new season of Game of Thrones by then. And often, resolutions are too negatively focused. We want to get rid of things, bad habits or weight, rather than build upon things that we're good at. And this is why New Year's resolutions can be bad for us. Setting goals like this can lead to learned helplessness, where we give up what we're capable of doing after we repeatedly fail. So, should we still make New Year's resolutions? Sure, just do it smartly. Back in the 1920s, Bloomer Zygarnik found that people have a better memory for tasks they haven't yet completed. It's now called the Zygarnik effect. So make your resolution a series of short-term tasks with a positive focus that you can keep tweaking towards your larger goal. Start a to-do list, figure out your approach, and it's much more likely you'll feel a niggling urge to complete the little things. And once you do, Richard Wiseman writes that planning a reward gives you a sense of achievement and keeps you on track. This way you can look back and feel accomplished about everything you've done. And you can look forward towards your goal, all until next January rolls around.
So, like I said, instead of getting caught up on a new year and setting resolutions and goals for yourself that will inevitably fall through or get pushed aside, try and create small mini goals that you can accomplish throughout the year. And don't wait for January 1st to start setting your goals and reevaluating your life. That can happen at any time throughout the year. And if you are continually holding yourself accountable, you will be much more successful in achieving those goals along the way. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next time.